contact with the world of light or the world of immature spirits. Again and again I have to point out that the spiritual world is in constant contact with people on this earth, that it is every light being's task to guide the people on earth towards the light, and that they faithfully implement this task because they work according to my will, and that they are only able to fulfill my will if they are enlightened themselves, hence, if they are permeated by my light. All redeemed spiritual beings participate in the redemption of the unredeemed, be they people on earth or the still unredeemed souls in the beyond. For since they themselves are blissfully happy, their love also wants to help the wretched to attain beatitude. And this motivates them to make contact with people on earth by influencing them mentally and by trying to guide them on the right path which leads back to the Father's house, to me, from whom they once voluntarily distanced themselves. However, the beings of light will not implement anything of their own accord which would not be according to my will, and thus their activity relating to people presupposes people's bond with me, because only this testifies to the will that the human being will be positively minded and thus can receive help. Once this heartfelt bond has been established with me, no person need be afraid of falling prey to deceitful spirits, for his bond with me protects him from this. Then the beings of light will guide and advise him and also allow earthly events to approach him such that they will benefit his soul, for then they will always be active on my behalf according to my will. And people should indeed be satisfied with the fact that they are being guided and cared for by the spiritual world of light. If, however, they try to establish a direct connection with these messengers of light in order to receive spiritual clarification, in order to increase their spiritual knowledge, they will always be advised by them to enter into closest contact with me and to consciously appeal for and accept my words. Only if they united with me and appealed for the transmission of truth will they be allowed to receive and also accept information from these said messengers of light, who are then working on my instructions again. But then they will be addressed through my spirit, hence they will not be able to hear the teachings or messages from the kingdom of light with their physical ears, but the eternal Father Spirit will communicate with the spiritual spark in the human being, irrespective of whether it happens directly or through the messengers of light, which are merely my spiritual organs through which I work so as to be able to make them happy. Then the spiritual ear will be able to hear and, if it is my will, these messages can be recorded. The fact that this simple process of the working of my spirit in the human being is no longer understood properly, the fact that it is imitated and that people to this end avail themselves of the spirit world which is still in an unredeemed state in the kingdom of the beyond, is my adversary's activity who wants to prevent everything which might lead to the realization of a God and Creator but which is essential in order to return to me, in order to love me and to submit to my will. Contacts with this immature world of spirits can never lead to the light, nothing good can come from it, for they will only add to the error in the world, and therefore you humans must time and again be cautioned to hand yourselves over to these forces who misuse you and your will. Don't take detours but turn directly to me, the eternal truth itself, then you will not run the risk of being misled. For you are unable to judge which spiritual beings approach you, but you can only be protected from their influence if you completely hand yourselves over to me to lead and guide you, and then you will truly be well protected. But don't deliberately hand yourselves over to spiritual forces which always surround you and which try to influence you in every way, but which are of service to my adversary. It requires profound sincerity, a humble heart and a genuine desire for truth in order to be chosen for transmissions from the spiritual kingdom which originate from me. But then you can be certain that purest truth will be imparted to you, and then you can also pass it on again according to my will. Amen.